So here's Kirsten now in a senior leadership position where presumably the expectations of your work were pretty intense. If you're in a senior leadership position, they want everything from you, and often that spills into your home life. But at the same time, you've got COVID. It sounds like your parents maybe less able to join in, and you've got your brothers needing more from you. That's a lot on your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
What was Kirsten like at work? Were you still able to, bust it and do everything that was expected of you? Or were you maybe contributing less because you simply couldn't do any more?
At first I could. It was the classic almost burnout trap of I'll work longer hours. I think I tried everything. I went through like the very stereotypical list. I would get up early and I would exercise in the morning to get myself the endorphins and the energy to get through a day of being switched on. I would drink far too much coffee, which was not good for any anxiety. I would eat sugary foods and things like that. Yeah. And then, it was unable to sleep, unable to switch off because I was thinking about things. And then that turns into doom scrolling and mindlessly watching Netflix, like thinking that this is unwinding, but it's not. It was just staring at a blue light box that was also, not helping me get the rest and relaxation. But then I would prescribe myself regular holidays. I'd be like, I deserve this break. I'll put things in place so that I can get away for a week. But it would never be enough because it wasn't proper rest, and I would still come back and just repeat all the same things all over again. So that worked for a time, and there were different things that I could try, until it didn't work anymore. And what it started, like the classic burnout signs started showing themselves in me disengaging, feeling less sociable. Because I was so tired, I didn't even want to see my friends or talk to them really. I also really noticed my tolerance levels really diminishing, where I would usually approach things with curiosity, any problem, any challenge, empathy first, and all the rest of it. Um, Sometimes I would catch myself being a little bit resentful, and I was like, "Oh, this isn't me anymore." And yeah,
Mm.
so I think that's when I realized. And actually, I think the phrase that really comes to mind is that I started feeling like I was doing everything badly for everyone, whether it was my brothers, whether it
Yeah.
was the team that
Yeah.
needed me to show up for them and show leadership, whether it was my friends. I was being a bad friend. I was canceling plans, things like that. And that was a horrible feeling. And that's when I realized something had to change. Had to basically do an audit of my life and figure out what was going to have to go and what was going to have to change, basically.
And your brothers are not something you can trade, right? So they have to become number one.
No, and this is what I've learned now that I have done more research. I've had the headspace and the mental capacity and the time even to look into this a little bit more, what happened to me. Um, there are 600 people a day who leave their job because they are unable to spin all the plates themselves. And as you say, you're always going to put your loved one first, the person that you are caring for, or in my case, people. And you think, well,
Hmm.
okay, in my case, I thought, well, I've had a good run on the old career. I'll figure out something else. That's one thing, when you're a carer, it builds an incredible amount of resilience and resourcefulness, and a weird kind of confidence that, like, I can get through this. I will figure out a way. Um, but I also recognized I don't have the headspace to figure out what's next. And it just needs to stop right now. And I need to concentrate on my brothers. I need to get them to a better place. That's my priority. I need to heal myself, and I'll come back to the career when I can.
Right.